Hey everybody, and welcome back to Mario The Origami King. In the last part, we went through the ninja attraction, and I got a perfect score. But more importantly than that, we got the master key to the entire Shogun Studios. Now, I'm back over here by where these ninjas are, because I missed a toad. In fact, now that we have the master key, there is something over here that I can show you. But we're going to rescue this toad first. Because I totally forgot this was here. I only remember this was here after I saw this bit in Arlo's review. Which there's a little more I could discuss about his review, but we'll save that for later. Yes, we do know about the Hatsuki Ninjas. We were just there. Well, thankfully, with the master key, we can open this up. We tried to open this before, I think, but now we can open it up. First, there's a treasure in here. What is inside? Hey, it's the canned food guys. I think we'll see them later. Just a guess. And this looks familiar. We saw something like this over in Autumn Mountain. Why, I do believe we have seen this. And get him out of a, what you might call a paper jam. That's terrible. Well, anyways, yeah, this is one of the sensor labs. You know, we can fast travel to one of them, or not, because yeah, we left. What happened? So yeah, I'm doing this in post commentary because, okay, as we head over to another area of Shogun Studios that I meant to go to before, I want to walk you through my day when I recorded this. Plus plenty of fun things afterwards. So, here's the thing. The day I recorded this, I had a class. Now I have a morning class. But I had to come into class an hour early because my classes we make short movies, and the rest of my group wanted me to get there an hour early, so that way we'd have more time to shoot the movie. Now I normally get up at around 7:30 or so I have plenty of time to like eat breakfast and get dressed, get clean and get ready, you know, that sort of thing. And I normally leave at about 8:30 or so. Because it doesn't take me an hour to get there, but I have the tendency to arrive early. But because they wanted me to be by 8:30, I got up at 6:30. Actually, no, that's a lie, because I did not get up at 6:30. In fact, I got up at about 3 in the morning. And the reason for that is I took some sleeping medicine to help me go to sleep, so that way I would get up and not be groggy. That was about 11 at night. I went to bed. I wake up at about 3, which is not unusual for me, because even when I take sleeping medicine, like, at some point it will knock me out. But then I wake up a few hours later. Like, I don't wake up when I intend to wake up, I tend to wake up later. So anyways, which means I get up at like 3 in the morning, I'm like, ugh. And then I try to go back to sleep, and I'm like, I can't, I'm like, well, you know what? How about I just stay up? And then I did, and I stayed up, and I passed when I was gonna wake up anyway. Maybe it's pancakes for breakfast. Went out, went to the campus, got into class. None of my classmates were there. In fact, I can tell you, all of my classmates who were there to help my entire crew, like when we were shooting, well, some didn't get there until like 9:30, or just before then, which is right when class is supposed to start anyway. So we didn't even get to start shooting at 8:30. We had even less time to shoot than we needed. Well, I say that, but you know, we went way over. When class would end. So here's the thing. So we shot the first part of our movie, all interior stuff, and the next part of it was all outdoors. We went shot at a park. Well, actually, I say we, the rest of my class did. I stayed behind. And their thing, and the reason I stayed behind was because they were like, hey, all this footage for all the interior shooting, do you want to go ahead and transfer all that to your computer that we can get later? Like, we'll go ahead and get this on your computer now. That way, we can just have it there for right now, and then we can come get it later when it's time to transfer all of it to our stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. It doesn't take me that long to transfer it, which means I'm sitting there for like an hour or so, waiting for them to finish shooting outside. And my director on the movie is like, oh, it'll take about it'll take about 2 and 1. Like, I will be done by 1 o'clock. I'm like, you're not gonna be done by 1. They weren't. They were done by 2. And I even suggested, like, why don't we? I didn't even suggest, hey, why don't we? Like, we're shooting all the interior stuff now, but why don't we save all the exterior stuff, all the outside stuff for next Monday? Because the weather's not great right now. But if you shoot some interior stuff now, and then you have to shoot some if you have to shoot some exterior stuff now, and then you have to shoot some exterior stuff the next day, the day is going to look different, and you won't have any continuity. Hilarious that I thought that, because as I speak, in the year of our Lord 2021, here in Texas, we have snow on the ground. And Monday is actually when it started snowing like a lot. So you know what, maybe it was actually good that we went and took care of it all in one day. But anyways, as I'm sitting there waiting for them to be done shooting, I'm just getting sleepier and sleepier. I'm like, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I'm like watching YouTube videos to pass the time. It's like, I'm not a morning person at all. You have to understand. So like my biological clock is just completely messed up. Like my sleep schedule is all screwed up. So this is no fun. But finally they get here. They're all done shooting. Now I have all the footage and audio I need. And they're wanting to like, hey, why don't you air? I'm like, okay, this hopefully won't take too long. But my classmate's like, hey, why don't you just airdrop the stuff to us? I'm like, that's gonna take forever. And my first 2 classmates were like, no, it'll be fine. So I do that. Predictably, that takes forever. And then, and the other classmate, I got the footage to that day. I just did it like hard drive to hard drive. But 3 of my classmates are currently missing all those files, and right now, as I'm talking to you, they're being sent through Gmail. And I actually still need the email for one of them, because they all need the footage. Like, I'm responsible for having the footage and getting it to them. I don't know why the rest of them didn't just stay behind so I can just give them the footage right away. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense, and I cut that fight out so you didn't have to see that. But anyways, I do that, and I get home. I'm like, okay, I'm like, you know, and normally when I get home after class, I'm like, I'm just gonna take a nap. And by the way, but I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna stay up. And I do. But I'm still I'm still not awake enough to do recording, so I just kind of futz around and do whatever at home until like at 6 o'clock or something. I'm like, oh my god, I'm really sleepy. I need to take a nap. So I do. I'm like, I'm just gonna take a nap for an hour, and I'll be fine. I wake up about 9 o'clock or something. So I got some sleep there. I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to record. And I do. And as I'm recording, at multiple points throughout the recording process, I hear the game's audio cut out. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. This is not a thing I need to happen. I really don't need this to happen right now. Especially since we're going to be fighting the boss in this part. Spoiler alerts, we are fighting the boss in this part. And this wouldn't be a problem if this game didn't autosave constantly. And or if it had multiple save files I could use as backups. But this game does not have that. So if it messes up like this, I'm in a lot of trouble. So after I'm done recording, I check. I get on my computer. I go to edit it because here's the thing. This is part 15, but I have not even edited part 14 at this point because I want to get this part out of the way and dealt with. So I loaded up on Sony Vegas. I'm like, oh god, how screechy is the audio going to be? How bad is it going to be? No, the game's audio, well, I wouldn't say it's fine because maybe you've heard. I don't know if you could tell, but it has been skipping around and going all over the place. Which, for that, I'm just gonna. Which you probably couldn't hear it, but yes, the audio because I'm going to edit over this. The game's audio has been jumping around and going all over the place. So for that, I'm going to just edit in the game's music where appropriate. Like the song that normally plays in this room, I'll just play it over when the audio gets bad. But anyways, at the very least, it's listenable. Now before this, it was still listenable. It wasn't screeching and scratchy and chirpy. No, the other problem was my own audio was actually messed up too. So that wasn't fun, but that's easily fixable. Like by say doing this post commentary. Except, here's the thing though. This is actually the second time I've had to do post commentary. What? What's up with that? Well, normally what I would have done, so the thing I did the first time was, I had Sony Vegas, my video editing program, up in a window on the right, and I had Audacity open on the left. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch the playback. And what I did was I pre-edited the footage to cut out the stuff I didn't want. So that way I could, that way it would still be in sync or whatever. Anyways, I do that. I watch the playback. I do my commentary. And that's it. I got my commentary done. I'm like, okay, that's good. Good. Post commentary's done. Put it in there. See how it is. Like, okay, I did my post commentary, which should not be out of sync whatsoever. That does make sense. My post commentary is out of sync with the footage. The only way I can explain as to why that might have happened is because, Sony Vegas, or Vegas Movie Studio, which however you want to call it, on playback it will sometimes drop frames, or some frames will not display for some reason because it's I guess it's having a little trouble. But but normally if that happens, I can adjust my commentary on the fly for when I see that or hear it happen. That is the benefit of post-commentary. But for some reason it's out of sync, and again, the whole missing frames thing is the only thing I can think of. So here's what I'm doing right now for this second round of post-commentary. What I did was I took that footage I pre-edited, and I rendered it out, and I have it open in VLC, and I got Audacity on the left. Sorry, adjust myself in my seat as this Wild West thing happens. Anyways, that has been the troubles I've been going through just to get this part made for you. Do you understand? Do you understand what this is like? I can hear the audio skipping around again, so that's fun. Whatever. So yeah, I don't actually have to do any of this for you. I can just leave it as is and be like, I don't care. But I try to be a little professional here. But that's what's happening. I had to render my pre-edit. I had to have my footage cut down a little bit, render that out, and I have that open in VLC as I'm doing my commentary. And I swear to God, if my post commentary is out of sync with this, then I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you. I'll just have to cut around as best I can. I don't know. I will find some way to make this work, because I already ran the original raw footage through VLC. No, not through VLC. Through Handbrake, and that didn't do anything. Couldn't do with my original audio with my original commentary either, because Handbrake doesn't do anything with audio. With just audio. But anyways, that has been the absolute nightmare of me trying to get this part out for you. So I'm sorry I haven't been commenting on the game itself very much, but I just wanted you to know what I've been going through. Just to get this part out. But anyways, now let's actually talk about the game. The gang leader is here. So now we'll take him out. Alright, so let's see who's quickest on the draw. Mario's quickest on the draw, but of course. Anyways, there is something else to mention about Arlo's review, and it relates to what we're doing right now, but it'll become more relevant to mention in this next phase. Now that we're done with taking out these gang leaders. Oh, Mario is such a great actor, isn't he? He can do it all. Oh, that's not how the scene was written. They were supposed to pop you to smithereens. Oh, I despise improvisation. Time for the next stage. Let's make sure he breaks the leg this time. Hee. Well, I think a leg is going to be broken somewhere. I don't know. No one here has bones. They're all made of paper. I guess Terror Leg would be the more apt saying you might use here. I don't know. Anyways, as we move on to the second stage, I can actually bring up the other thing that Arlo mentioned in his review. And again, since I have not done the editing for part 14 yet, I haven't even talked about Arlo's review as it relates to, well, the combat in the game. Because I'm sure I'll have mentioned it already, but there are a lot of aspects of his review that I cannot talk about right now because it hasn't become relevant. Sorry, it has not become relevant yet. Anyways, we got some West Side Story stuff going on here, I think, and with Birdo in the middle. Scram, Sam, she's gonna be my main squeeze tonight. Whoa, slow down, boys. Your enthusiasm? Adorable, but I'm not sure either of you has what I'm looking for. I need a strong little go-getter, a rugged handyman who gets the job done. And lucky me, I hear we have a celebrity in the audience who fits the bill. He's got sensitive eyes, a burly mustache, nice beefy calves to power those big jumps. Get on up here, Mario. Let's see you go to toe with these Shellians. Well, if you insist, miss. Hey there, Overalls. Glad you could join us. You're the greatest in this bird is Gaga for? On a load of baloney? Heh, we'll see how tough he is. Let's dance. Ooh, what a treat. It's not even my birthday. I want to see a good, clean fight. Try not to bruise each other too badly, okay? Well, alright. So, Arlo mentioned in his review that there are multiple points in this game where you're not even in, like, the ring combat. You're just out in the field, just bashing enemies. He's specifically referring to, like, the Paper Macho fights. But he also alludes to, this as well. Like, he shows footage of this as he talks about this thing he wishes the game was. We ended up skipping ahead a bit there. The two leaders are out here. Yes, I know. Playtime is over. Yes, I'm the best at the advanced choreography. Bring it on. But yeah, he talked about this as like, I wish the game was more like this, not like the ring combat. I wish it wasn't the ring combat. I wish it was more like this real-time fighting sort of stuff. Which I can kind of see where he's coming from. This isn't too bad, but it's very simplistic. I'm reminded of Super Paper Mario's combat, because that was just you jump on enemies and then you just attack enemies and jump on enemies and that's it. And that's all you did. There was no like turn-based stuff in that game. But personally, I find this to be the less interesting combat, because it's so simplistic. I knew you bopped before those to English, my gosh. Now I've got Mario Madness, and you've got the only cure. Come on, Mario, get together. It's just a stage kiss. Oh, I get you pretend to be overwhelmed by your emotions. I love improv, man. Tough luck, Overalls. Despite my prior warnings, here you are, with egg on your face. And that's my cue answer. Ciao, Mario. I'll be dreaming of our next performance. You should be lucky I didn't even attempt a Birdo voice there, because I imagine that would sound horrible. I don't think I would be able to do a Birdo voice at all. Like, maybe I could do it with if I didn't have, like, any actual words to say, but with words to say, no, impossible. Mario, that play was so racy. All that romance was too much. Through it. Forgot the romance. That fight scene was intense. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, that's not how that act was supposed to end. I mean, really, there's no way Mario is actually that strong. Talk about a stretch. You Paper Macho goons better get the band together in the next act, or I may snap. I read that totally wrong, but whatever. Anyways, we move on to the next area. Oh yeah, there's one more thing Arlo mentioned in his review, which I don't know of any other time to mention this, so I'll just mention it here. He proposes, like, something that they could do for the next Paper Mario game, given how many coins you get in this game. he has suggested that perhaps they can make it so that all your stat increases you buy with coins. Given how many coins you get, given how many coins you earn in this game, that would be something they could do. And you know what? I hear that, and I'm like, that is actually a really good idea. Oh my god, I would love to see that. Because then because not only do you actually have more of an incentive to fight the enemies, because they're one source of coins. It also encourages you. It would also encourage you to do better against the enemies, to actually solve the puzzles without any help. And Mario's not good at ballet, I see. Oh well. But anyways, yeah, that would be an amazing way to do that. Like, if they brought back the ring combat system in the next game, which I don't know how many people would want that. I don't think I would mind a return to that with some improvements. What improvements? I'm not sure, but yeah, I wouldn't mind to see a return to the ring combat system. But combine that with getting stat upgrades by buying them, that would be a really awesome idea. I would love to see that. Of course, I have to imagine Nintendo wouldn't do that. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. But that is an idea I would love to see somewhere. But anyways, I guess Mario's gonna fight the rest of these ballet guys. And that seems to be the end of it. There we go. And I think there's only one more stage left. Sorry, Mario, we're not done yet. You better get back in your seat. Well, if I must, as I'm still in this dialogue. You look so heroic up there. Thank you. Take a seat. Mario, you can fight, act, and dance? Is there anything you can't do? Oh, I don't think there's much Mario can't do, Olivia. That first half was boring. The second half was awesome. Ballet is way better with hammers. Oh, I've had it with your show stealing and grandstanding. You wish to be the star? Fine, come on up and face the music. Well, if you insist, whoever you are. Up to the final stage we go. I will again apologize for taking up like so much, like the first 10 or so minutes of this part. Just me talking about how my day was when I recorded this and the nightmare of trying to get this part to be good. But I just wanted you to know what my day, I just wanted you to know what it's like trying to get this done for you. Not that how my day beforehand had anything to do with that, but I don't know, I just felt like talking about something. I mean, I felt like talking about something else besides, you know, getting this part out and working. I mean, that's why I don't really like doing post-commentary, because I had to search for things to talk about, instead of just the things in the game. Well, anyways, let's go up on stage and get rid of the streamer. So I'm just taking a sip of my drink there. No, Olivia, I will not save. But after I beat this guy, I'm just going to auto-save anyway. No, no, no! The star of the show isn't Mario, a cultured hat. Real star is me! I keep changing my voice for this guy every time I do this part. Oh well. The Elastic Entertainer. Rubber Band. It's a rubber band monster. Oh, Lord. How is it talking? It doesn't have a mouth. Oh, I should say how it's singing. But who would have guessed that a rubber band monster would sing like this? Well, quite the entrance he made there. Hey on, you think you're the star? I'll admit, you definitely know how to make an entrance. There's no denying that my buddy Mario's the best. Okay, whatever. Gosh. Hang on! You're director of the show? Why'd you make it so dangerous? Mario could have gotten hurt somehow. I think that's the point, Olivia. Wait a sec. You're covered in rubber bands. Does that mean you... Okay, whatever. Ah, such a long monologue, yet you didn't pull up a single line. Have you ever considered a career in acting? Oh, never mind. Your skill to performing arts should trip me up. Get ready. This should be your final performance. Get a load of this music. Okay, so this is a really good boss song. I did say I liked the first one for the Color Pencils guy. That's not one of my favorites, but this is definitely a contender for one of the best boss themes in the game. I think it's very over the top. It's a little chaotic. It's kind of silly a little bit too. You might say it's very theatrical. How fitting for such a boss as this, whose entire thing is, oh, I'm such a drama queen. I'm so into theater. But anyways, as you may have guessed, the gimmick of this fight, which also includes this, the gimmick of the fight is that he flings rubber bands onto the panels, and those control where you go. We'll see this. I can show this more clearly during this next phase, when I'm actually talking. But as you saw there, the main way you're going to attack him is you use 1,000-volt arms to rip away some of his rubber bands. A hint that I pick up later in the fight indicates that the closer you are to him, the more you'll get rid of. And as I poorly guard against that, he uses rubber bands to entrap me. In fact, throughout this entire fight, I guard poorly against some of his attacks. Though I managed to guard against his most deadly ones, so that's good to know. The rubber bands had you all tied up. Is it possible to guard against them? It's possible. I just did a terrible job of it. Anyways, have a look at this. Now, currently, I would be going all the way around clockwise. That rubber band arrow would snap me to that on panel, but I would keep going clockwise until I hit the next arrow, and I would go counterclockwise. These rubber band arrows don't force you to go all the way forward. They just force you to go forward one ring. But of course, you can actually use these to your advantage to get the kind of movement that you want. Unfortunately, though, I don't do that correctly here, because I'll turn on this on panel, and then I get tripped up, and I didn't do it correctly. Oh well. And of course, he can bring back the rubber bands you've you flung away and recover more of his health. Which is not a whole lot of health. One rubber band per hit point. And of course I got against that poorly. And on my next turn I have to summon the toads to heal me up. So, you know, I don't do very good in this boss fight. I mean I beat it obviously, but as far as the whole guarding thing, I do horrible. So now I'm down to like a third of my health. I'm like, okay, I'm doing terrible at this. I need the toads to help me out. Alright. I'm assuming now I'm one. There we go. There go the coins. In come the toads. And throw me a heart, dude. That's 50 back. That's very nice. Anyways, now of course there's the 1000-fold arms panel right there, and I could just go step on that, but it's best if I get it. But as mentioned before, it's best if I get it a lot closer to do the most damage possible to him. And at this point, I'm thinking how best to get this even closer to him. And I'm thinking, I'm like, whatever. I'll try it again the next time I go around. There we are. And now we're bringing 1000-fold arms back. And then fling him away. And somehow he actually has some structural integrity. I'm not sure how, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things to say, and I don't guard against that very well, and that does a lot of damage to me, so that's fun. And you may have noticed that as he flings rubber bands onto the panels, he actually loses health. I'm pretty sure you can't beat him like that though. So now I move that arm panel right to where I have it. But now I'm thinking, this is a problem. So I really want to get, because I'm trying to get the 1000-fold arms panel the closest I can make it. And I see, hold on now. I think I just figured it out. Because as I'm playing, I'm literally I have my finger pointing at the screen and following the line where it goes. And it's there I realize, oh, I've got it as close as I can now. And now we do a whole lot of damage to him. So now match circles on. And grab, pull, and let go. And now he's just one big rubber band. Ew, it's all wobbly and wriggly. The curtain's been pulled back. I've been exposed. You reduced my ensemble to a one-man band. You'll pay for that. And now he's going to do one big attack on me, which I actually managed to block that one, but that still does a whole lot of damage. Well, there's only one way to finish him now. So now it's time for the 1000-fold arms one last time. And of course now, since he doesn't have these rubber bands out, he doesn't have anything to trip me up. Of course now I don't have anything to... Now I don't have any of those things to actually take advantage of. Of course, I'm trying to adjust this, and hey, I think we have it. I'm gonna open up a treasure chest. There we go. Which gives me stuff I actually can't take advantage of right now. And now I gotta grab him. But he's moving all around way too much. I'm like, well, how do I get him? I'm like, come on. If I don't grab him in time, he hits me. But there we go. And smack him into the ground. And... fling! Fly away. That's it. And he is done for. Very nice. Oh, it wasn't supposed to end like this, Mario. The agony, the brutality, the sheer injustice of it all. Oh, Muses, oh, Bard, have you truly forsaken me for these flimsy, flat, papery beings? I wanted to make this place grand, eliminate things dull and bland. Alas, this was my final stand. It's curtains for poor rubber. There he is. What a way to go. And now all the toads are freed. But there's one last thing we gotta do. Mario, he saved the show! And me! Don't forget the rest of the toads as well. As all the toads cheer for us. Thank you, thank you. But there's one more thing we have to do. You did it, Mario! All that's left is to take that streamer down. Let me give you guys an encore performance. I'll call this one Destroying the Streamer. And boom. And now the streamer goes away. Away from the castle. And with that, the blue streamer is cleared. 3 more to go. And also, I have my max confetti increased. I can fit more in my confetti bag. There we go. Yes, take that, blue streamer. Okay, Mario, we're going to return to the first floor now. You better return to your seat. Trust me. Alright. I'll autosave. Oh, of course I have to. No, of course I have to yawn at least once, even in the post commentary. Okay, folks, hang on to something. We're gonna bring the house down, literally. Wait, what should we hang on to? Maybe I should have kept those rubber bands in place, because this is gonna hurt. And boom, there we go. Alright, you guys, you better get out of here. We took out the blue streamer, save the toast. That takes care of that. You were great up there, Big M. Let's head back to Shogun Studios. Well, you know what? This is gonna be the post commentary, guys. So, in the next part of Paper Mario The Origami King, and hopefully I won't have to do post-commentary again, hopefully this problem is finally resolved, we will go after the next streamer. I will see you guys in the next part. Take care, everybody.